my gosh! Welcome back to another episode of Beers and B.I.P. Hey! I'm drinking Sammar's B. It's not really my favorite thing to drink, but for the sake of today, I needed a tall boy, and this is the only thing I had in the fridge. We are going to talk about episodes 4, 5, and 6. Guys, we have a lot to talk about today, and I think I might ruffle some feathers, but at the same time, I don't really care. So the first thing I actually need to go back, it's Will's, and I say Wells like 100 times in my defense. Bartender Wells, I follow on Instagram, and I think he's hilarious, and that's why I got confused. It's Will's, but it doesn't even matter anyway because Will's is gone. Bye, 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 bye. It's kind of sad, but like also it's paradise. You just gotta go with the flow. I made a joke in my last video about like, is Sydney funny? Is she a cheerleader? Guys, she's actually an NBA dancer. Like, she's a legit cheerleader. So my joke wasn't funny. So first things first, Kristian walks into paradise and sweeps Nicole off of her feet. Now this whole storyline kind of pisses me off because it's like, this is so predictable. They literally look like a match made in heaven. Kristian approaches Clay and Nicole on the couch after the date and is like, I'm gonna finish my date. Clay had every right to be like, bro. Then of course, Jordan, because obviously he hasn't found any love on Paradise and he's not gonna find any love on Paradise, probably never gonna see an engagement in his life ever again, decides to freaking roll up and like take down the piñata like this. Literally, I'm watching this unfold and I'm like, this is the stupidest crap I've ever seen. Honestly, they got in their fight, they both went home, big freaking whoop, nobody cares except for maybe Nicole. So the only thing I don't really love about this is like, I felt like Nicole was feeling Kristian more than she was feeling Clay. Until Kristian went home and then she's like, oh, Clay, I love you. Poppy, you make me so hot. Like, which one makes you hot? They both make you hot. One makes you hotter, but now he's gone home. So you want to stay in Paradise, you're going to stick with Clay. Clay is obviously the better choice. Watching it back, I feel like Clay should be pissed watching that. But anyway, I did not expect Jordan to freaking come out and body slam him. I was like, woo woo, and Kristian's running around and the producers are going apeshit. They're like, holy cow, this is the most action we've had in like years. Anyway, I was kind of entertained. They both went home and then we saw the elimination of Will's, sad face, Kevin, and then, oh, Cam. But I don't like Cam. I'm so glad Cam is gone. You know how happy I was to see Cam leave. Also, remember how in my last video I said that Anyanka, I will never get it right, would be going home because she wouldn't find love? Do you remember that part? Yeah, I remember. And I was right. She sends herself home because she knows she ain't gonna find love. Honestly, I felt bad for her. Now, I really love Dean. I have always loved Dean. He has like the cutest face and the cutest hair and the cutest bod and the cutest tattoos. I just love him. However, of course he takes freaking Kaylin on a date. I don't like Kaylin. And I didn't get to see the date because my TV crapped out. So this is the part that I missed. All I know is that they went on a date and I don't want to hear about it because I don't like Kaylin. Ignorance is bliss. It should have been me on that date, but it's fine. Anyway, so now Dean and Kaylin are linked. Okay, craziest couple of all of Paradise. Can we please talk about Tayshia and John Paul Jones? Like at the beginning, I kind of pair people up and I'm like, I think that these people would be good. I never, ever in a million years would have pictured Tayshia and John Paul Jones together. I just burped, I'm sorry. However, watching them together, I'm like, the whole poem thing was a little bit corny. I also did think that it kind of reflected his actual intellect, which is nice because I think we all have kind of just pinned John Paul Jones as like the jock, lame, too cool for school kind of guy. Like, haha, yeah, what's up, bruh? Shucka. That's John Paul Jones, okay? And we got to see a different side. He's like getting right in there with Tayshia and he's like grabbing her and kissing her. Freaking right! Like, I am here for this. I wouldn't mind being Tayshia in that situation. John Paul Jones is looking pretty hot. So then Caitlyn shows up. I actually know someone who knows Caitlyn because she's from Toronto, Canada. Go Caitlyn, go. You represent these Canadian girls. Because she didn't really get to fully represent during Ari's season. Colton season. Because she was like booted out pretty early. This girl is freaking gorgeous. She takes Blake on the date. Why don't she just have a shot for every single date that Blake has been on? This is what I don't like about Bachelor in Paradise, is that they have these like crappy guys who, because they're single, they keep getting the extra dates. Why don't you give a date to someone like Dylan, for example, which again, like he gets a date, but that's not the point. Like I understand, like you walk in, you get a date with someone, but like, oh my God, kind of sucks watching Blake. Like I'm so over Blake. Blake, go home. You have no one here for you. You've already had sex with pretty much everyone on the show. Just like freaking bug off. Guys, this isn't even the good part. We're just getting started. Now we need to talk about Katie and Chris. Okay, right off the bat, I didn't even really like the couple. Like, she's like too good for him and he's also kind of too good for her. Katie is in a different place. I kind of see Katie with No, I just don't see it with anyone. I feel bad for Katie because she clearly is like so lost. Honestly, I would have said the exact same thing as her. I want you to have fun. That's when you want the guy to be like, are you kidding me? Like, I'm here for you, baby. I am in it to win it. But instead, he took it as like that she wasn't there. Meanwhile, this girl's literally with him all day long. So although people are going back on Katie and being like, you shouldn't have said this and that, he should have affirmed her. That's all I'm saying. It's not a Katie issue, it's a him issue. And then he went on this date with Jen, so we gotta talk about Jen. I have no idea who Jen is. Ben's season I didn't watch. I watched like a few episodes that I was not watching religiously. I'm kind of like impartial. This girl is like drop dead gorgeous and she seems like a total peach. And I think her and Chris are actually a really, really good match together because they're both old. You're dinosaurs! Go get married and be dinosaurs somewhere else, okay? It's Bachelor in Paradise. Let's move on. But yeah, I feel bad for Katie because, you know, everyone's just out here. And I was saying this in, I think it was my Q&A video. People are so scared of commitment. Dating now is so wishy-washy. Do I text him? Do I not? Do I like his picture? Or do I not? The whole dating world is so screwed up right now that it's like, I get it. I feel you, girlfriend. But like, Chris is definitely gonna go for Jen. I don't know what's in store for Katie. I think she's gonna be leaving Paradise here really soon. Okay, we also need to talk about this little dispute between Christina and Caitlyn. There's so many cut names, like Christina, Clay, Caitlyn. I don't know if there's any other ones, but I'll just shut up and take a drink. So I remember watching Christina on Ari. I can't even remember. She was such a freaking peach. So kind and gentle and beautiful and sweet. Can we take a second to just evaluate Christina's bad attitude? I understand why she was pissed because Caitlyn kind of did come at her a little bit, but then she's all like, what I do is none of your business. And Caitlyn's like, I'm not even trying to give you, like, I'm not even, and she's like, honey. I don't even remember what she said. All I remember was the honey part, and it was like, okay, honey, really? I just thought it painted Christina in a really, really bad light. And I'm kind of glad. I just feel like the more, like, I thought that she was kind of shady with Blake in the beginning, how she like approached him and was like, isn't it convenient? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you could have just let it go. You could have just shut up and moved on and met someone in Paradise. But instead you're chasing friendship roses. And Caitlyn has a right to ask you and like be like, you know, where, like, are you trying to, like, you know, I kind of need to know what my options are here. And she's like being polite like a Canadian is. I don't know. You look like an idiot, Christina, and you're clearly not here to find love. So why don't you just go home? No more friendship roses for you. Okay, we need to also talk about something. You know how when you're watching the show and it's like, it'll leave you on a cliffhanger? Will Chris take Jen on the date, even though Katie doesn't want him to? Coming up next on The Bachelor. Here's Chris and Jen on the date. Is anyone else annoyed by this? It kills any single lick of suspense that could have been in the show. I get to a point where I've seen the preview so many times and I know what's gonna happen in the episode where I'm almost like, I don't even care to watch the episode, but I have to watch the episode because I wanna come and do this with you guys. Even though I could not watch the episode and probably understand what's going on in the whole freaking show because they freaking show everything. Take a shot every time I say freaking. You'll be drunk, don't do that. Okay, and last but not least, let's talk about Demi. The moment I know you've all been waiting for. I'm about to get real honest here, because I feel like it's necessary. Okay, I need to put this down actually before I spill it. I had said in my last video, I honestly thought there would be like a secret love affair between Demi and a crew member or something. Like, I thought that would be the plot, which would have been way freaking cooler. Demi has this aha moment of, oh my gosh, I really miss this girl that I've been dating at home for the last few months. She was in a relationship before she came on Paradise. Just so we're all clear there. She was in a relationship before she came to Paradise. She talks to Chris and expresses her problems and feelings and, oh, I miss this girl and I don't know, I'm really confused, I'm torn, I'm like, I like Derek, but then I also have a chick at home that I've been dating for a few months. So then they decide, oh, let's bring Kristian to the show. And here I am thinking, oh, she's gonna come and she's gonna sweep Demi off her feet and be like, honey, I've always loved you, I just want to love you forever. And then they leave and run off out of Paradise and live happily ever after. No, Kristian. You doing anything for the next few weeks? Why don't you stay this summer? Just come on over to Bachelor in Paradise. You've never been in Bachelor franchise history ever before, but yeah, just come on over, girlfriend. We love Demi so much and we need her for ratings, so we're gonna keep her on the show. And we've also never had a same-sex couple, so we're gonna keep you on the show so that at the end, like, you guys are already basically committed to each other, and like, obviously there's not any other girls on the show that you're gonna date. At the end of the show, not only are you gonna get one Neil Lane ring, you're gonna get freaking 2 Neil Lane rings. Are you freaking kidding me? So now, for the rest of the season, it's gonna be the Demi and Kristian show. I had said that I thought maybe she wasn't even bisexual. Aw man, she was into Kristian. So if that's actually what's going on, freaking power to ya, sister. But at the same time, like, get out of paradise. There's people here that are trying to meet and mingle. Like, you guys already know each other. Why are you here? Get out of here. Can you freaking imagine? Oh my God. Oh my God. Can you imagine if Blake goes to Chris and is like, you know, Chris, I saw Keelan at Stagecoach and I saw Christina at Stagecoach and I was hanging out with Hannah in Alabama. Well, I got another girl in Texas and I just can't stop thinking about her. Let's bring her on the show. Can you imagine? Fans would be absolutely outraged. You can't just bring nobody from Bachelor. Like, you're defeating the entire purpose of the show. I'm sitting on the emergency brake in my car. Ow, my butt. I don't want this to be misunderstood as me not supporting them. I think they look freaking cute together. Never seen Demi that genuine. Like, I am so happy for her. I feel like this whole thing was all orchestrated. Like, you're gonna keep Kristian on the show. She wasn't even on The Bachelor. She's not even like from Bachelor Nation. I'm happy for Demi and I'm happy for Kristian. Kristian's gorgeous. Like, I'm happy for them. But this is not Bachelor in Paradise anymore. This is whoever the hell wants to be in paradise. And that's how Sammar sees it. So now we've seen like these spoilers for things coming up. So people are petitioning for Derek to be the next Bachelor. I like Derek. I think he is super sweet. I thought he handled the whole thing so well. I also kind of thought that the Bachelor producers could have been like, this is what's gonna happen. If you play it really cool, this is like you campaigning to be the next Bachelor. So just like, be the really good guy that we know you can be, and we'll squeeze you right in there. And all I can think is, literally, he's the exact same thing as Ari. Like, the brown hair, the bright blue eyes, the nice lips, the nice guy. He is gonna be boring as hell. We have this beautiful black man named Mike, and it is about damn time that we have an African-American man who represents and is the next Bachelor. Like, yes, he smiles too much, and yes, he's kind of cheesy, but look at our other options. Peter Weber, he looks like a 5-year-old boy that hand delivers mail. And then there's Mike, and he's been working on himself. He's got himself some muscles. I feel like he would be a freaking great Bachelor, even though I think he smiles too much. And I know you guys are probably thinking, well, why not Tyler C? Trust me, I want Tyler C to be the next Bachelor so I can spend more time looking at my TV and seeing him on it. Like, watched an interview with Lauren Zima, I think is her last name. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Lauren and Chris Harrison, they had an interview, and Chris Harrison basically said, like, because he's like chilling with Bella Hadid and he's like going and living that famous lifestyle now, he's not really Bachelor material. He was the best candidate you guys had. What do you mean he's not Bachelor material? At the same time, he's living that Bachelor life. I mean, we shall see. I want to hear your thoughts. Like, comment down below who your favorite person is, or like what's going on in your head. Like, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I want to hear what you got to say. That's pretty much all I got to say. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more content. We'll be coming out with another video next week. Oh, I can't do another video next week. I'm actually going to Vancouver, British Columbia next week, so I won't actually get to watch next week's episodes on time. So I'm gonna tape them and then probably just throw them in the mix and do another video, and then do a video like the following week with the next 4 episodes. I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet. That is it, and I hope y'all have a lovely day. If that's not perfect timing, I don't really know what is.